Hello, everybody. Welcome to Political Football. My name is Dave. I'm here with Scott. Cleve will be joining us shortly. Scott, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we're good. I was just reading your name.
Oh, yeah. Here in the land of Michigan fans, we had some big news today as head football coach Sharon Moore has been fired with cause by the school. You know, the worst part about this is the Michigan State fans gloating because they were pioneers of this in the state of Michigan, and now Michigan's just copying them.
Yeah, not much to say.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. We're obviously not going to speculate too much about anything going on here. The story, I think all the details will come out. There's rumors flying around everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing to say for me is that I hope Michigan is able to steal Kalen DeBoer from Alabama, even though I don't think that's likely. Failing that, I can go get Jed Fish from Washington because he was passing game coordinator here and is
Why? So why is DeBoer
good.
unlikely? Why do you think?
I would not leave Alabama for Michigan. Like, I personally would not leave Alabama for Michigan, so I certainly don't think anybody else is going to.
What's his?
You know what I
So
mean?
what's his long term? What is the long term outlook at Alabama for him?
You coach
Because
there
it's
for
not
30
good.
years. You coach there. He's in the playoff. You coach there for 30 years. You make $100 gazillion, and then you're a legend there too. Like, I don't. I don't think Alabama is a job that you leave voluntarily. Like, it's a job you stay at. I mean, maybe if you want to go to the NFL or something, but it's not
Yeah.
a like it's a job you end in. Um,
By no means am I saying that Michigan's a better job than Alabama. I just think the expectations are different.
I don't think they are. Like, Michigan's got more money, right? They play in another one of the tough conferences. Like, I don't think the expectation to win is any different. The fan base might not be as crazy, but like that's really splitting hairs. Like, it's not right. That's not like it. Alabama's fans are a 91 level crazy. Michigan fans are an 88 level crazy. It's not. It's not that different. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna go to Syracuse. I mean, it's still insane with expectations and everything. So
There's been just the side chatter around DeBoer since he took over from Saban, and um, it's not been enough.
well,
They haven't won enough.
I have it on good authority that DeBoer was Michigan's top choice. Saban retired unexpectedly early, so Alabama could lock him up. And so then Michigan went with Sharon Moore,
Yeah,
who was their clear second choice. But like, I don't mean like he was a backup plan. I mean like the top two choices were DeBoer and then Sharon Moore. So Michigan was still happy either way. Um, so I'm sure the interest is there for Michigan. DeBoer's a Midwest guy. I just don't know that. I mean, one thing if he was struggling, but they go 9-3, they're in the playoff again. I don't think they should be. I think Notre Dame should have their place, but they're still
yeah, I
nine
agree.
and three. They're looking fine. Like, there's no issue there that I can tell, unless he doesn't like the culture because he is a Midwest guy. He just like being down there. But I figure like for football guys, that should be an improvement, right? Like for me, I would hate living in Alabama, but I don't think
It just
Michigan
depends.
should.
I don't know what his childhood was like. I don't know. I don't know what pressure there is. Um, you know what I mean? There's pressure at Alabama to be. I know they're in the playoff this year, but like going forward, what do they like? Who's their quarterback next year? What are they going to have? What's right?
I mean, I don't know. They'll go get somebody. The poor things hasn't happened yet. I just like here's the thing: if Sharon Moore had been fired from Michigan, if he failed to make the playoff next year, he might get fired. I mean,
Yeah,
they're 9-3 this year. They got the quarterback coming back, youngest team. Like they need to make the playoff next year. If they didn't make it the year after that as well, he's fired for sure. Like I don't think expectations are that much different. I don't think the fan bases are that different. I think Michigan fans are. Um,
oh,
uh,
undeniably, they're crazy. It's just this is
yeah.
DeBoer's second year at Alabama, right?
Hmm.
9-4 and 10-3, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's terrible for one this year. So right this year he's 9-3 or 10-3 with one of the losses being the SEC championship game. I
Yeah.
just I don't I don't see how anybody could describe his time in Alabama as a failure. And that's the only and like so he should not be getting sort of pressure like that down there. So I don't have any problem with that. Ben says that's good for MSU. What in particular is good for MSU, Ben? Um,
Here we go.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what about this is good for MSU. It's not like any of Michigan's recruits are going to go to Michigan State instead. So,
Yeah, it's going to be the interesting part of it is what happens with some of the players
oh,
that they brought in.
oh, Ben says 9-3. Yeah, no, 9-3 for MSU would be great. MSU does not have the same expectations that Alabama has, but Scott, I think you're right that expectations here are important. I just don't think that Alabama and Michigan have that much different expectations. I think that the quickness to which the majority of the fan base will start screaming their head off might be less at Michigan, but not by much. Maybe like by like 3 games. It's not
Maybe
by
it
much.
depends on what his preferences are. I mean, do you want to deal with? I mean, in the Big Ten, you've got Ohio State, right? And yes, Indiana's popping off. So I'm not taking anything away from Indiana. It's remarkable what they've done. But in the SEC, you've got, uh, like there's teams loaded everywhere that you got to
Right now,
contend with.
yes, as of right now, there is. The thing is that all the SEC teams are actually poverty programs. Now that teams can spend money, there's a reason that the Big Ten teams that winning national championships are number one versus number two in the Big Ten title game this year, and then there's Oregon as well.
Yeah,
Like as we get further into this era of teams being able to spend money, the Big Ten's going to run down the SEC because the Big Ten has way, 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 way more money. Way
maybe,
more.
but the SEC will. I mean, we'll see how this goes. But
The SEC does not have enough money to compete in football and men's basketball at the highest levels for schools to do both. Florida is going to have to pick. Right, Alabama is going to have to pick. Alabama is going to pick football. Florida is going to pick football. But the thing is, like, they don't got it like that. Michigan goes 9-3 this year in football. We got the best basketball team in the country. No,
I know, but
it's not the same.
the
They're not
talent
playing the
base,
same game.
the base. That's the thing is that, but that's kind of what I'm saying is the inverse of that is the inverse of that is true in the South for the amount of talent that there is that that really doesn't want to leave the South to play college football. I don't know anybody really. I don't know. I'm trying to find a delicate way to say this. Um,
I'll say it. The state of Mississippi somehow is a black hole for recruiting. Like it is impossible to get players out of Mississippi. They go to Ole Miss or Mississippi State.
yeah,
And for a long time, that's because they want to be close to the home, and those programs were willing to pay their players when other programs weren't. Fletcher Cox went to Mississippi State. If NIL were in place, if you could pay players like today, Fletcher Cox goes to Michigan, who finished second in that recruitment, not to Mississippi State.
I
Because
don't
if
know that
Michigan comes
that's.
in, offers them $1 million a year, and Mississippi State can't match it. Like, and if they do, they move on to somebody else. Walter Nolan goes to Michigan. If Michigan could have paid players when Walter Nolan was a recruit, Laquan Treadwell goes to Michigan. If Michigan could have paid players when he was a recruit, these players end up going down south because they're chasing bags, and I don't blame them. These players should be getting paid. I don't think the schools down south are doing anything wrong necessarily. Competitively, yes, but morally, no. And so now that Michigan and Ohio State can pay players, that's why you've got people leaving starting jobs in Alabama and Clemson coming to Michigan for no increase in role.
Yeah, some.
Yeah. If
But
Michigan woke up tomorrow with Alabama's money, Michigan would jump out a window because they're ruined. Right.
sure. But
So
the point though
that's
is
the thing
that
that Boer might like. That's the one advantage Michigan really has over Alabama.
yeah,
But that also means that the league will be tougher. He'll be moving to the tougher league. In 3 years, there'll be no question the Big Ten is a tougher league than the SEC.
we'll see.
shouldn't be a conversation now, honestly, especially after Indiana or Oregon rips the Natty this year. I mean, Ohio State could go back to back too. I just hope they
They
don't.
could.
um,
They could.
yeah. So hopefully DeBoer, if not Jed Fish. Somebody brought up David Shaw. If that happens, I will probably for the first time ever have to post something racist. I just can't allow that.
Okay. That would be one where I would go, who's making these decisions? What exactly is happening? Because
yeah,
he's the Lions passing game coordinator, right? Currently,
I don't even know. I was hoping I'd
I
never
think he
deal with
is.
this guy ever again.
I think he is. I'm not sure why. What I don't know what he. He's a good coach. Let's just leave it there. It'd be, yeah. I don't. I wanted to say something that would have been like outrageous from coming from my ass sitting in my whatever in my office in my house talking about this horrible coach who's been a coach at Stanford and coaches for the
No,
Lions. All that stuff is
nobody,
like it's nonsense. What I was going to say.
nobody's going to argue that you are a better football coach than David Shaw. That doesn't mean you're unqualified to make reasonable observations of David Shaw's jobs coaching and make reasonable assessments based on what you've observed, right? Like, sure, yes, David Shaw knows more football than either of us will ever know combined, except
Yes.
to not punt on fourth and short in positive territory every single time. Because he
Yeah.
might know football better, but he might not know the game better. And so, yes, we can make
Well, I'm
we can
sure he
make those
knows the game
assessments.
better and all that stuff. It's just there would be nothing even remotely interesting about that. And when I think about all the stuff that you said a few minutes ago about the money and recruiting and players and all these things, I would think that they would want to bring somebody who would there'd be some like something like some buzz around it, like
Yeah.
I mean, he did okay and at Stanford recruiting players to go play there, but Michigan's a whole different football. I'm not, Stanford's an incredible school. From a football standpoint, though, Michigan is a different kind of a thing. I don't know. That one just doesn't even resonate as a possibility. Like,
Yeah, I
me.
certainly hope not. I'm racking my brain trying to think about NFL coaches that could be interesting. Oh yeah, of all the coaches that are about to get fired or whatever, and the only one is Mike McDaniel, but he's actually not qualified, having never been a college head coach before or
Yeah.
coordinator, as far as I know. Like, because it's a whole different game.
Yeah, but I think sometimes the teams that are ahead of the curve are the teams that do pull the coordinators into roles that they can grow into. Clearly, a very smart defensive guy.
Offensive.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of Minter.
Yeah.
Get my mind on Minter a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting place for Michigan to be. I mean, it's clearly behind. They're behind the hiring cycle this year, but I wonder how much of this stuff is sort of happened behind the scenes without us knowing, because there's been these rumors around this thing for weeks about Sharon Moore.
But the rumors have only been from like the least credible, most cringy, trollish accounts. Like, there hasn't been like
they're
a
pretty damn
single
credible today,
whisper
Dave.
that they are, but there's not a single whisper of anything from like anybody the least bit credible. Which
Yes.
normally, even for rumors, you get something. Somebody heard something. Like,
Yeah.
you would get like nine phone calls down the line, and you'd be like, "Oh, I heard this."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's all just traced back to these troll farms. When the Connor Stallions thing was happening, we were getting like credible leaks of rumors about Harbaugh's suspension against Penn State and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing credible about any of this. So it's so much so that I still won't say anything about what the rumors were until there's an official statement, because I still don't trust them, even though like they're probably what they were saying is probably true, given everything.
Yeah.
But there still hasn't been an official statement as to what
It's a
the
Michigan put
was,
out a
the
statement that
violation
it was
was.
a violation of program policy.
Yes.
Whatever that means. But all I'm saying is I don't think Michigan goes into this process weeks ago knowing that they've got an issue on their hands and goes past both the hiring frenzy that happens and the recruiting deadline that happens without having some sort of plan in place. My guess is that there's going to be an announcement very quickly as to who the next head coach is, and that all this stuff sort of happens all at one time. Does that make sense?
The
Maybe that's wishful
go,
thinking or giving
going past the recruiting deadline is part of the plan, and it's kind of a scummy part of the plan if I'm being
yeah.
honest. But I also certainly understand it. Like I cannot sit back and say if I was the AD that I would have done it differently. I would have been like, this is very scummy, but I just kind of have to
Yeah.
I just kind of have to do this.
Yeah.
Uh with the portal being the way that it is too, like I'm sure if Savion Hyder came out tomorrow and was like, let me out of my agreement. This is false pretense. Michiganders want to deal with that stink. Like they would let him out anyways.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of scummy. What's up, Liam? We're getting to the NFL soon, I promise. Also don't grow up to be like Sherrod Moore.
Yeah.
Man, you really don't know anybody, do you?
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's
one of the tells around what Michigan is doing is how detailed their statement was.
Yeah.
How specific it was. They don't ever do that kind of stuff. So it's almost like this guy wronged us so much and that we were so taken aback by what we found that we had no choice but to do this. Like that's what it seems like. What's up, Cleve?
What's up, fellas? Hopping off a little bit. I'm still working, but I'm gonna try to see how much I can get.
No, you're good. We're actually just about to transition to NFL. We've been talking about Michigan's head coach situation here.
Yeah, I saw Matt's text about how you guys feel about it in a nutshell.
Yeah,
Dave,
well,
first.
we're not talking about like any of the allegations quite yet because there actually hasn't been anything like officially declared about the transgressions themselves. Although there are rumors out there, but it is very clear that whatever it is, he's guilty. And that the school is like there's no way he's going to get the rest of his contract. Like I mean, Michigan is a pretty good law school. Like they got this locked down. So what they're going to do for a coach or whatever is interesting. Scott and I were talking about how our hope is that they try to go after Alabama's coach, who was at Washington before this.
Okay.
So I have a real rooting interest for Oklahoma to kick the dog shit out of Alabama in the first round of the playoff. Get him available here as soon as possible. But we're gonna transition over to the NFL now, especially now we got Clev here. Going back to Thursday night, Lions 44, Cowboys 30, and what ended up with the rest of the results being basically a play-in game for the playoff, or at least an elimination game. The Cowboys could still make the playoffs if the Eagles complete their tank and the Cowboys win that division, but the Cowboys cannot make it as a wild card now with this loss.
Yeah.
This was a very interesting game. For me, the biggest talking point in this game is not anything that really happened on the field. High scoring, we expected that. Lions won. I think it was mostly expected as well. It was the concussion for CeeDee Lamb, who ended up throwing up the gang signs after the concussion.
Yeah, it was ugly.
It was really ugly. And I'm just really concerned for him going forward. And I'm concerned for the Cowboys. I mean, I'm not concerned. I hope they lose forever. But, I'm concerned for them and their attempts to win with what this means. Because even with the long week, Cleve, if you see somebody throwing up the gang signs after concussion, they can't play in 10 days, right?
No, it's no, I actually heard something yesterday about a high school kid had a concussion and then played 2 days later. Like I'm like, what? Like, of all we know now about stuff but again, getting back to the CeeDee Lamb, it's hard. It's as much as I like hard hitting football, it's hard to watch that stuff. It's like that stuff is I'm not a fan of that happening to a guy. I don't care who they play for. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see hard hits. I want to see good football, but that's some scary stuff, you know?
Mandatory mushroom caps.
Yeah,
It's time.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Gotta wear them.
And it's crazy because I don't know, Dave, when you actually started like understanding when you what you were watching in football. In the 80s and the 90s, those hits were brutal. And I don't ever remember guys doing that. I remember guys being laid out, just like this guy's done. Like,
Yeah.
they cart him off, whatever. But I don't remember like seeing like Tua, I think was the first one I've ever seen convulse or whatever or do that. But you see it in boxing when guys stiff up, guys go stiff or whatever. You see it a lot in boxing. So I've seen that. But in football, I don't recall as a kid ever seeing a guy just going total,
The first time I saw it where I was like, holy shit, this is terrifying was Javid Best at Cal.
Oh.
Like he Dave, correct. I know you know this play. I think you do. He dove into the end zone and scored a touchdown, but got kind of his lower body taken out. He landed on his head. And it was just like, it's like somebody unplugged him,
Wow.
for lack of being able to describe what had happened. And I think sometimes you look at the Tua stuff. We see it all the time. These guys hit their heads and it's such an instant reaction to grab their heads, there's long-term stuff that's happening there, but those Guardian caps, honestly, I don't know that they do much in terms of that. I think they'll take the edge off of the little contacts that happen all the time, repeated stuff. But for a guy to slam his head on the turf like that, I don't think it matters much. It just doesn't.
I mean, it could make a difference on the margins though. So like
yes,
maybe
even just a little bit would be huge.
Yeah. If he was wearing the mushroom cap, then all of a sudden, like instead of it being a fencing level concussion, it's like the next level down from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I think does make a big difference over time. Now, Scott, when I said the Lions were mostly thought they were going to win this game or considered that, you kind of rolled your eyes a bit, but they were favored by 3. They are the home team.
I know,
they're the actual better team.
I didn't talk to anybody that thought that the Lions were going to win last Thursday. Did you?
I mean, the market certainly did. So, you know what I mean? Like they remained favored. They remained favored. Now, it's not like we would have been shocked. The 3-point home favorite is not, anything crazy, but the market did expect the Lions to win. No, you're good, Cleve.
I did not.
So the Lions now moved to 9-5, which keeps them alive for a wild card spot, technically in the division. However,
they're
I think
8-5.
To 8-5. But it keeps them alive for a wild card spot. I don't think, even though they can mathematically win the division, I think they have an easier time getting to the playoffs if the Packers just steamroll from here on out.
Yes.
And then the Bears fall out and the Lions get the wild card spot. I think mathematically it's actually easier for the Lions to make it as a wild card than to basically win out and then have the Bears beat Green Bay, but they'll lose the rest of their games exactly. Like, it just makes it way harder.
For sure.
So, even at 8-5, though, the Lions are in a lot of trouble, and that home loss to Minnesota is looming very large.
I don't like the idea of having to go to Chicago in Week 18 and beat them as a play-in kind of game for both teams. Like, I could see that being like, all right, Chicago lost to Green Bay twice.
You guys will beat Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the sort of situation, Scott, because I feel like the Lions and the Dan Campbell mentality is exactly designed for those sorts of moments. Like it's just kind of.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
And especially if they're underdogs.
I don't I don't have to appreciate how awful it would be if Ben Johnson kept the Lions out of the playoffs.
It would be squeaky bum time for sure, but I don't think that I wouldn't sweat it that much. Like, the Lions are better. This is like that's their thing. You know what I mean? I just think.
Yeah, I mean, we got a month. We got 4 games to go. So
yeah.
We'll, who knows?
A Dan Campbell team in a win-in scenario. I feel like that pregame speech is gonna get them ready to go. Now, if it was winning against the 2007 Patriots, maybe not. But this Bears team, I could see them doing that. There will be playoff stakes of some sort in that game.
Yeah.
Even because I don't think the Lions could be fully eliminated when it happens. Other results might eliminate them. And also the Bears will either be trying to win and get in, trying to win the division, or trying to get the number 1 seed. So there's going to be stakes for that game, no matter what. Jahmyr Gibbs continues to be a monster. That's the other thing I wanted to say about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys find the Pickens stuff weird in that game?
Oh yeah. George Pickens took a lot of plays off.
That was so bizarre. Like there's one pass where it's like, dude, if you just stop running, and go to your knees, you might catch that pass like a 40-yard pass. What are we doing? I thought it was strange, but
that's his shtick though. Like it's like he's that head case, talented, but you gotta manage that. You gotta manage that stuff that with him.
And we're thinking like, oh, the team situation, it's such an important game, and the team's actually pretty good, and none of this upset. He could be mad about who knows what. They might have had the wrong type of salami on the charcuterie in the pregame, so now he's not running his routes. I mean, with people like that, you just never. We've all had coworkers like that where you just have no idea what is going to put them off that day.
Yeah,
And
I said sopressata, not suppressa. Damn it! Ridiculous. That's it.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the only thing to take away from it is that if it persists, then it's clear he probably doesn't want to be in Dallas. And maybe he's already thinking, I don't want this franchise tag. So he's already trying to worm his way out of Dallas or something. But I don't even think it's that deep. I think he just forgot to pack his Old Spice shower gel. He had used a hotel shower gel. And he's like, fuck this. I ain't running my routes. Like,
he just had an off day for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be anything with people like that.
Oh, man.
Seahawks 37, Falcons 9. The Seahawks are one of the best teams in the league. The Falcons are no longer a good team. They were a decent team to start the season. Injuries have caught up with them. Court Cubans is playing now. Drake London is out. James Pierce missed this game. Somebody else on the defense missed this game. The Falcons are just a team that just exists. However, they will beat Tampa on Thursday. But aside from that, this is a team that is just not relevant, I think, for the rest of the season. The Seahawks, however, definitely are. In Cleve, Jackson Smith and Jigba is now minus 370 to be Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, dude's a stud, bro. Dude's a stud.
Yeah.
Always open.
20. What was it? 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Yep.
Yeah. My man is always.
Who was
open.
that guy? That guy was in Buffalo, right? Who was that guy?
That was Ocho Cinco who said that.
No,
wasn't it?
yeah, that was Chad. Chad would call. He would call Marvin Lewis at night, like 3:00 in the morning, and be like, "Hey, coach, I'm open." Hang up the phone.
There was I want to say there was a receiver from Buffalo whose nickname was 7-Eleven, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago, whatever it was.
That is, imagine calling someone 3:00 in the morning. So, hey,
I'm open,
Dave,
I'm
open.
I'm open.
Did the Bills have a good receiver between Stephon Diggs and Andre Reed?
Nah.
Lee Evans?
He wasn't a good receiver. He was a great route runner. And he was a Caucasian fella.
What's his face? The big tight end back in the day, Pete Metzelaars.
Now that's a name.
It's Chris Hogan. That's who it is.
Wow.
It was Chris Hogan.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think. Yeah, his name never permeated the culture, Scott. We were never going to remember him.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, though, interesting fact: Pete Metzelaars younger than Phillip Rivers. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Don't care. Falcons are dead. Where's the? Did this print out double-sided? It did. Okay. It did go double-sided. That's why it's so confusing. Steelers 27, Ravens 22. The Steelers now take full control of the AFC North with a commanding 7-6 record.
Great coaching.
Tomlin might survive.
Good coaching.
Dave wants to kill me.
Good coaching. Good quarterback play. It was. Yeah, I mean, this was a classic Steelers game. Going to Baltimore, do nothing special, but just be better on the day than your opponent and do a good job. I mean, you can't take anything from them now. They could still bottle this down the stretch. They only have a 1-game lead on Baltimore here, and they have to play them again. So the Steelers didn't wrap anything up, but this is a game. Cincinnati or the Ravens now lost at home to the Bengals and the Steelers back-to-back weeks, I believe.
They're having the craziest season. They really are.
They're shit in the bed is what they're doing, and at the worst possible time.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Like, I mean, I know Lamar did not practice again today, or yet today.
Harbaugh has to go.
Who has to go?
Harbaugh. It's over,
Hey,
bro.
hey, we'll take another Harbaugh. He can come right to Ann Arbor.
No,
Open,
you know what
open.
it is? He's like the poor man's Mike Tomlin. Like these guys proven winners, but I think he's been around so long in Baltimore, bro. Like Lamar's window is closing fast, and you're the biggest Lamar fan, and Lamar should have had one by now. But I am of the ilk that Josh and Lamar will not get a Super Bowl until one of these young guys get one. Then they're gonna get theirs.
Well, somebody weird is going to win one this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Lamar is only 28, so his window remains wide open.
No. What meaning with like what they're putting together down there? Like they just signed Mark Andrews for another 3-year extension or whatever the fuck it is.
Can you believe they did that?
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Like, I wanted your thoughts on that, Dave. I'm like, when it happened, you were silent. I was like, okay, Dave didn't probably see it, or doesn't care.
Were they afraid Mark Andrews was going to take the Michigan job? I mean, why would they pay him that much money?
3 years.
Is likely going to go to free agency now?
Yes, and in fact, that's what I heard is that they went to Likely, want to offer him an extension, and they said, no, we're going to test the market. So the Ravens basically panicked and locked in Mark Andrews at a good price. So if they can't bring Likely back, they at least still have Mark Andrews. But I'm like,
how the hell is that a good price? Like,
yes, that's why I said they're missing their window, because they're not making any moves to make Lamar happy or to make this shit look like it's gonna work out.
Lamar and Andrews did come in the same draft class. Andrews is just much older, so because he was an old prospect. So maybe this is a thing that actually does make Lamar happy. Like maybe that's what they're paying for here. Is that like like what the Lions were supposed to do with the center there that Barry wanted to keep around? They fired Kevin Glover. So maybe there was something to that. And also, I don't know the details of the contract. I would imagine that third year actually doesn't exist at all. And there's no way he ever sees that money. And the second year, they probably could cut him after next year pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, I'm just guessing based on that. So it's probably not actually that bad, but it certainly looks terrible. Yeah, everything about Baltimore is sort of unraveling right here. And I don't think that they should get rid of John Harbaugh this year, because as I look around the market,
they gave him $26 million guaranteed.
Shit.
Oh, never mind.
Like, so
wow.
even if it's a 2-year deal, you gave him $13 million for 2 years. And
I was thinking like 20. I was thinking between 18 and 20. 20. Wow, 28. Awesome.
Yeah, I knew it was 3 years, 39, but I thought 1 year was guaranteed at 13. It basically guaranteed 2 years.
It's essentially 2 years that are guaranteed. But still. Wow.
Man, if I knew somebody who needed an NFL agent, we're definitely taking Mark Andrews as agent. That's who we're hiring. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Bengals 34, Bills 39. One of the most fun games of the year. Love a snow game. Love snow games because everybody panics because of the snow. Everybody starts betting the unders, avoiding players in DFS. And it's already baked in the projections. People double count it. It's amazing. It's a great opportunity to make money. So, in the snow, Joe Burrow, 25 of 36, 284, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of the picks, though, a hilarious tip drill pick 6 that was the difference of the game.
Followed up with the next pass being a tip drill pick. Did you see it?
Yeah. It was a bad couple plays in a row. Josh Allen, 22 of 28, 251, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Should be MVP this year, in my opinion. But, like, it's funny. He won it last year when he got the DEI MVP. He should probably win it this year. And he might not, because the Bills might not win enough games.
Did you guys see the Burrow press conference from today?
What did you say, Scott?
Did you see the Burrow presser from today?
No, I did not.
It's dark. In some ways, like it was a little bit of a bummer to watch Joe Burrow talk about football the way he was, it reminds me a lot of Andrew Luck. In hindsight, with
Wow.
Andrew Luck,
Wow.
Burrow was openly talking about, "Hey, man, I got to make this fun, and if it's not fun for me to play it, what am I even doing?" Those were his words.
Oh,
And
nice.
it,
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
it's
It's honest.
it just seemed like it was such a bummer the way he was talking about how this year had gone. But it seemed like it just felt like dude's got a lot on his mind. And I know he's a different kind of guy, but you know, in the mold of watching like CeeDee Lamb with the concussions and some of the other stuff, seeing a guy like that look and sound as defeated and as detailed as he was, or at least as honest as he was being to the media, was bizarre.
I mean, the best availability in the NFL is availability, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, of his career since the Super Bowl, how much ball has he played? Pause.
He's missed a lot of time.
Yeah.
He has.
Also, I don't agree with that because Zach Wilson is available. So I don't know that it's the best ability.
I'm talking about of the good guys.
I think there's other abilities that I value much more highly.
Like accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing about this is that T. Higgins missed the week before with a really bad concussion, gets cleared for this game, hits his head on the ground, goes to the blue medical tent, gets cleared to return to the game.
Yeah.
But now is back in the concussion protocol.
Yeah.
I want to see a 8-digit fine for the Bengals. Right? Like, there is no way that he ever should have been cleared and whatever it was. I mean, 8-digit fine, take away a first round draft. Like, send this message loud and clear. If you play concussed players, you are fucking your organization. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Crazy.
And the owner of the Bengals does not have 8 digits laying around.
No, he does not.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear they played a concussed player on Sunday.
But aren't the doctors on the sidelines, aren't they independent neurological guys? I mean, they're not team affiliated guys.
No, but they're human, so they're getting pressure from wherever. Maybe they're taking bribes. Who knows? But
yeah, I mean, the Higgins thing is bizarre. It sounds like he clears protocol, doesn't have symptoms, gets symptoms later on.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I buy any of that stuff, but
yeah,
you
know, from the trainer hat that I wear, me breaking my arm, Dave breaking his arm from a different way, God forbid, we're gonna heal different. I'm a lot older than Dave. Dave's a lot younger than me. Like, so when a guy gets concussed, to Dave's point, like, how can you clear him like when he just came out of protocol?
Yeah.
And you see him hit his head bounced off the ground. You're like, bro, he should not be out there. Right? I agree with you guys. Should be like a gazillion dollar fine.
Especially because he's back in the protocol as of today. So, like, it's not like they cleared him and he actually didn't have a concussion. He's actually, as of yesterday, he was back in the protocol.
Yeah.
So what, did he get a concussion after that? You know what I mean? Like,
we'll never know.
Driving home and he got a fender bender? Like, I don't think so. I think he probably got the concussion during the football game and you put him back out there anyways. $10 million fine and you lose your first round pick. And dare another organization to try it.
Facts.
I'm glad you're not the commissioner, Dave.
I should be the commissioner.
Grim Reaper outfit.
Because things too, I make it really fun because I would do the same really cringy bro hugs with all the draft picks except the Ohio State guys. I would give them it like the Obama thing. I would give them like a nice, firm, professional handshake, and I'd bro hug everybody else.
Everybody else, huh? No doubt for you.
They would know too, because like they're Ohio State guys. Like they would it would be,
Man, it's brutal.
Yeah. When I read the cards from Ohio State University, there'd be no "the" in front of it. They say the school down south. If they never beat Michigan, I'd be like they draft, number 2 overall pick, quarterback who went 0-2 against Michigan, C.J. Stroud from Ohio State University.
Wow. Tyrannical power, man. Tyrannical power.
That would be fun. That would be hilarious, though. And it becomes like where all future commissioners do it with their rival schools and whatever. Although I guess if I was the commissioner, because of my education, I'm really Colorado State Rams. So I'd have to be talking shit about what Colorado and Nevada.
Yeah,
Not quite as fun. The Shador thing would have worked out, I guess, but other than that,
probably.
not quite as fun. Um, Speaking of Shador, Titans 31, Browns 29. Shador in this game obviously had a very good game here, 23 of 42 for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The interception was very costly. So a lot of folks have gone around and been saying that who cares? It's only the Titans. The Titans are turbo ass. This doesn't count. It counts.
Turbo ass.
That might be what I say, but like it counts. It's an NFL defense that's actively trying,
Yeah.
right? It might be the
Yeah.
worst one, but it still counts, right? 5th round pick, rookie, and like his second or third start. JJ McCarthy ain't done this, right? You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
still counts. It's still a
He
very
beat the
important data
number
point.
one. I mean, he gave the number one pick, number one overall pick, a run for his money in that game.
Yeah, I mean Shador had a very good game, and I don't think the game should be diminished in any way because of the opponent. Now we also should not freak out because of how good of a game he had, also because of the opponent. Like I think people who love Shador Sanders, which I'm definitely not one, really want to like be like, this is proof everybody was wrong.
Yeah.
Look at
No,
this.
so I'm not that far into it, Dave. Yet I do, I have my reservations about some of that stuff, but I do like that it highlights that Stefanski is a complete fucking idiot, or he's on the take for Vegas or something, because some of the play calls are questionable at best. The
Either
last
way,
couple,
he's an idiot.
yeah, I just don't understand, bro. You get down the field, touchdown, 2-point conversions up. You take the guy that got you down the field to run a fucking annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
Here's what we need. We need a media credential for the Browns press conference so Cleve can stand up and ask Kevin Stefanski how long he's known John Phillips.
Just ask him if he plays poker.
Jesus, I just don't. That team is so weird, and that defense is pretty good. And Miles Garrett's gonna get the sack record, bro. Like, dude's an absolute unit. I just don't like the way they treat this kid. The way that way he treats this kid, it's like he hates this kid. And Dylan Gabriel ain't doing nothing close to what that is.
Yeah.
I don't care against who against who.
Shador has, as we mentioned before, he has the elite accuracy skill and a very good throw on the run skill. And I feel like those are two skills against a shitty NFL defense where you can put up numbers doing that. And we've seen Zach Wilson do that, but he's not that accurate, but he can throw on the run. We've seen Zach Wilson in games like this. We've seen Tua throw for 400 yards in Baltimore before. We've seen good games from quarterbacks who are terrible to average to slightly above average. Derek Carr led the league in passing, I think, 1 year. So I don't want to overstate this, but the fact that this is even in his bag at all is a very good sign for him and for his future. Even if his future is Gardner Minshew, who we've also seen do this, that's a lot better than you normally get for 5th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
Yeah, it's an important thing for him. He is going to be a better pro than I thought he was going to be. I still don't think he's going to be like a consistent NFL starting quarterback just because of this. Now, if he goes into Philadelphia and does something like this,
Yeah,
then we can talk. But
my reservation only is that this is this kid's third start with minimal reps. Imagine if he's really coached, and get some time on the center, what it would look like. This is that was the performance with minimal, like, for. I mean, you're asking a lot for him to do that. I don't care who the opponent is, to do that on a football field, and the Titans get paid to play that game as well. So I didn't want to hear, oh, we just beat up a shit team. Yeah, but that defense, like you said, they were trying. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff Simmons
and the thing too,
is staring at him as he's under center. Like
people will overreact both ways to the level of opponent. It's just important to know that the level of opponent is important, and you just have to adjust correctly for the level of opponent, right? on the one hand, it doesn't matter that he did against the Titans because the Titans are bad. On the other hand, fifth round rookies should not have the ability to do this, period.
Facts.
And he does. And so that is also an important data point going forward. I do not think Shador Sanders has done enough to lock down the starting job in Cleveland next year. He has locked down the starting job for the rest of this season to get this evaluation. And I am open to the idea that he could be the starting quarterback for them into next season. I was open the same way for Will Levis in Tennessee, however. Right. That's not an endorsement necessarily. It's just a progression. So I'm
That
open to the fact that over the next 5 games he could show us, yes,
that
he deserves
team
a chance to be the starter.
that team looked light years better with him out there than Dylan Gabriel, than Kenny Pickett, than old man Flacco, and definitely Deshaun Watson in the last couple of years. He
Yes.
he provided a spark. And again, this kid coming out third week, just starting to get a grasp of the playbook. I mean, he's probably been in the playbook, but meaning executing plays.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not overreacting yet, but like you said, a guy that was picked in the 5th round ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah. The reason that he's given them a spark and he looks a lot better is because his play style will lead to high variance,
Yeah.
right? Because he is accurate, which means he will throw the ball to tight windows, but he doesn't have the strongest arm.
Yeah.
He just is, he's a throw pick for a reason. So there will be games where he throws 4 interceptions instead, and they
Yeah, I
lose
think
this
the pick. I
game
think the pick
by
was. I
35.
think the pick was. And we've seen like a Tom Brady throw an awful pick where they think they see something. Obviously, everybody's all American in the NFL, albeit that they're on the Titans or whatever. Everyone's good, right? They're on the NFL. They're in the NFL for a reason. So maybe as a rookie, the experience he didn't see something, or he saw something, thought he could push the ball, and you're like, why did you throw it? But again, he's a rookie and he gets that. If he's 5 years in the league and does that, you're like, what the hell are you doing? You know?
Yeah, get together, Trevor. No, but I think no, I'm saying that his style is high variant, so he will make a shitty team look better when he's on, better than a high floor, low ceiling Dylan Gabriel ever could. What you
Gotcha.
don't want to do is put Shador Sanders on the Lions and they end up losing 12 games in a season because he's losing his mind out there, right? But you put a quarterback like that on a bad team, if you're trying to get wins, it's a good way to do it because he can steal you a couple wins. It's Jameis. It's the Jameis thing.
Yeah.
Right? Jameis is like the canon example of this, where it's like some games Jameis Winston looks like Joe Montana with a rocket arm, and
He
some games
does.
he's the worst quarterback in the XFL. Shador's going to do the same thing. He's got the exact same things happen to him. It's just about can he make it so that it's more frequently the good stuff as time goes on. I'm open to seeing the rest of the season to see if the Browns should give him the opportunity next year.
The best thing I've ever heard in a huddle in high school was a the tailback telling our varsity quarterback he would follow him into battle blindfolded. That was the coolest thing I've ever heard. And then I heard it on Mad Men, like like years later, and I was like, wow, that's a cool statement. I'll follow you into battle blindfolded.
Yeah. I had a acquaintance out in Vegas who played college ball for Lovie Smith, and he said that if Lovie Smith asked him to run into hell and fight the devil, he would do it before he finished the question.
Wow,
I was
that's
like,
Wow.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
okay. Like, I guess I see how Lovey can get all these jobs. Like, apparently, like,
Nah, man,
and and this
it's
was not a gentleman who, by demographics, would be inclined to liking Lovey Smith
wow.
or like political belief. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was still like, yeah, anything that man says. So
Run that
it
way.
happens.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Last thing on this game, Harold Fannin Jr., rookie tight end out of Bowling Green, 8 catches, 114 yards. And he might be duck footed, but quack quack. This dude can play. So he's gonna be putting up some numbers going forward. He is my most drafted tight end and best ball on DraftKings, Scott.
Good luck.
Wow.
That's hope.
Yeah.
Colts 19, Jaguars 36. The Colts are going to be in a dogfight now with Houston for the division. The Colts season is over. Daniel Jones tears his Achilles, costing him between $70 and $100 million, depending on the contract he's going to sign as a starter this offseason.
Wow.
Yep. Danny Dimes is now a very insulting name to call him. Because he is relatively broke compared to what he should have been. Riley Leonard, the lovable chubby kid from Notre Dame, comes in, immediately hurts his knee as well. So the Colts go out and they sign some sort of reasonable person to be their quarterback going forward. Right, Cleef?
Oh man, Rivers.
Here's the thing. When I was a senior in high school, Aaron Rodgers was a junior. LeBron James was a sophomore. Kendrick Lamar was a freshman. Drake was in 8th grade. I am 2 years younger than Philip Rivers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. 5 years removed from the league, bro. 5 years. Not 2 years. 5 years removed. Guy said he was still in pads, chucking it around, so kept his arm warm for waiting for a call. I don't even know how that happened.
He and Steichen are super close. He coaches his kid. Philip Rivers coaches his son Gunner, who's a quarterback, and they run the exact same offense that the Colts run. So apparently, Rivers and Steichen would talk weekly about offense, and there were times when they would watch film together around offense. So he is stayed sort of invested in what the Colts are doing on offense. So I think they're making a bit of it's a little bit of a gamble, but
a little bit.
A little bit?
Well, dude, he hasn't taken a hit. He hasn't taken a hit in 5 years.
A $20 parlay is a little bit of a gamble.
Philip Rivers is the one taking the gamble. The Colts are not. They're not paying him much money. They're not, whatever. I mean, who are they going to start? Who's their third string? Who played for them after Leonard got hurt?
No, I think they only had he was
Leonard had to finish the game.
Was it Brady Cook?
Yeah.
Oh no, Brady Cook played for the Jets.
Isn't like a punter like an extra quarterback on some
There's
teams?
an emergency third string quarterback who can join the active roster.
Brett Rippon. It was Brett Rippon.
Yeah. I mean, Philip Rivers is better than Brett Rippon is.
Yeah, but he's the same age as Mark Rippon.
He hasn't taken a hit in 5 years, Scott. That is insane.
It is, but he's taking on all the risk. He's got it all upstairs. He understands the offense. He knows the things that he needs to do. Whether he can physically do it or not.
Yeah, I get that. I get the cerebral part. The physicality, bro. Your body hasn't taken a hit in 5 years. These guys have been hitting for 14 weeks.
I don't know what you guys think, but it's going to be both terrifying and incredible to watch that first snap or the first time he gets hit. It's like, dude,
get the smelling salt.
So unlike the two of you, I don't have children and I don't want children, but I can't imagine having 19 children, however many Philip Rivers has, and still having such a hole in my heart that I need to return to football at 44. To feel something like, bro, he's got grandkids now too.
Yeah,
right? He's on the clean pop plan. Like he's got grandkids already, right? Like
he does. He's sometimes you got to bleed to know you're alive, right? Like maybe that's where he is. I don't know.
And I don't want the world to notice because I don't think that they'd understand that I'm a 44-year-old man trying to play quarterback in the NFL.
The last time we saw this, wasn't it Vinny Testaverde with the Panthers? He was cutting up like a roast duck the week before, and it's like he's in a playbook the next week. It's crazy.
I don't remember. Yeah, it is. It's the whole thing is nuts. It's just nuts. No other way to describe it.
Terrifying, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I think you hit it on the head. Terrifying.
Anyways, that first round pick the Colts traded to the Jets for Sauce Gardner was going to be a pick in like the late 20s. Going to be in the mid-teens now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleve, you are hoping for disaster in Indy. The worse they do, the better it is for the Jets. The Jets might end up with picks like 5 and 12.
Yep. Good for the Jets. They're going to dominate the draft for the next couple of years.
Yeah, like more than we even thought. This could work out really well.
Yeah.
For the Jets, which is what all the Giants fans wanted, I'm sure. Commanders 0, Vikings 31.
Bizarre.
bizarre, but not totally unexpected, because a lot of the talk in this game was about JJ McCarthy, what he looked like, and all that. When the talk really should be, why is Dan Quinn still coach? This is one of those cases where it you cannot be results based. They made the NFC title game last year, and it's irrelevant to anything going forward.
Yeah.
He should not be the coach here. National figures are starting to talk about how he will open next season on the hot seat. They need to get to the fact that he should be fired immediately.
Yeah.
Like, it is not going to work there for him. This team is old. It is assy. It is not good. The only thing they had going for it was Jaden Daniels. He's trying to play this game with one elbow. It doesn't work. The team gets obliterated by Minnesota.
And then Zach Ertz taking a brutal fucking hit there.
Yeah. And for him at 36 years old, that's a career ender. The ACL right here. So he's going to sign him at 38. Done. So, which sucks for him. I want him to go out, on his own terms, big press conference, all that. His more successful wife next to him.
Sure.
Julie Ertz, the women's soccer player.
Yep.
World Cup champion twice.
Can you imagine their kids, what they're going to be like?
I mean, yeah, they're going to be pretty good. Although she's not particularly big, so they might be more soccer. If they're men, they might be more soccer than football. However, did you guys see that Bam Adebayo and Asia Wilson are playing in the Sutter family?
No.
Wow.
They should sell shares into their children's future professional contracts and raise money like an LLC. Like, there's no way unless those kids, if they're able-bodied and able-minded, unless they don't want to play sports, there's no way they're not going it's impossible in something.
Yeah.
There's no way, right?
The way you teed that up, it sounds like slavery, but maybe I'm reaching, so I'll leave it alone.
Well,
there is some elements of that there, though. The whole genetic thing,
Well, the difference here is that the parents here would collect the money up front, right? And only have to pay out against the future professional contract from the child, right? So, they'd be more like incorporating their child's future. And you laugh, Cleve, but I don't know if you know this. You are a big soccer guy, and you're a South American, so you might know this. But Sergio Aguero was the number 9 for Argentina for a long time. Retired maybe 6-7 years ago. Played for Man City. Great Argentina soccer player, right? He married Diego Maradona's daughter. So when their first son, Benjamin, was born, he was already getting offers from professional clubs in Europe.
Wow.
As soon as he was born fully healthy, there were clubs trying to sign him to a future contract, 4 days after he was born.
You ever seen Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Yeah. Amazing. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like there are situations here, and there's so many TikToks going around now too about professional athletes are having children with these Instagram models, and they're thinking that they're going to have athlete children, and you're not going to do it. You can't be 6'4" and she's 5'5" and have a D1 athlete. It's probably not going to work out.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have. The both sides of this are important. If Asia Wilson was having children with me, they're probably not going pro either. It's her and Bam together that make the difference, right? Anyways, I don't know how that connects to the Commanders of the Vikings, but the point is that Dan Quinn should be relieved of his duties immediately. JJ McCarthy was not good in this game, but Scott, you're probably going to tell me otherwise.
He was fine. We're not gonna fight about it.
It was the exact same thing as the Lions game, where he looked good because he wasn't horrible and he did not turn the ball over, but he had 163 yards on 23 attempts. So he's still not efficient, but he did manage the game in a situation where that's all he had to do to kick the shit out of the Commanders, and he did it.
Yeah.
So it was a successful outing. I don't know that I would call it good necessarily, though. And Justin Jefferson is a non-entity, which sucks. I got 3 Justin Jefferson teams through to the best ball playoffs in.
Isn't it amazing what his production this year is just, it's wow,
He has the potential, though.
Isn't it 51 yards a game over the last?
Yeah. He has real potential, though, to be an absolute league winner next year because he'll go like at the 110, 111.
Yeah.
Because he'll go after Puka, after JSN, after Amon-Ra, after CD, after Chase, after Gibbs, after Bijan. CMC will fall out. Brian Thomas will fall out. Yeah. Nico Collins will be like, it'd be like him and Nico.
Yeah.
Will be the discussion. So he'll go like the 110, and there's a chance he goes to the 110. He's just the best player again. So
yeah,
he does have a chance to do that next year at least. Dolphins 34, Jets 10. I think that's why Clev left. Actually, have much. Oh, he's still there. I don't have much on this game other than that the Jets are horrific, which I think was their goal after making these trades. I think they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And somebody named Brady Cook was their quarterback. 14 of 30 for 163 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. Brady Cook went to Missouri. He was terrible at Missouri. He is single-handedly the reason why Luther Burden was a second-round pick and not a first-round pick.
Exactly. It's true.
I would still take him over Phil Rivers right now, but this was the most shocking name. I heard so-and-so was coming to the game at quarterback since Kendall Hinton in the pandemic year. I was like, Brady Cook? Like, don't let anybody play quarterback.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know how he gets there. That sounds terrible. He's an NFL quarterback, but like, relatively speaking, I don't know how he's getting there because he's not a very effective player.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But hey, if they're trying to tank, you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, you could.
Than having him in there. Jalen Wright popped up in this game for 24 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown out of absolutely nowhere. Which, believe it or not, Scott, actually matters for me in best ball. I didn't take any Jalen Wright after the NFL draft, but before the draft, I had a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So it's on my pre-draft tournaments. I actually got Jalen Wright through. So if AJM misses time and Wright is actually going to fill in here, that could actually work out for me. And that's really it.
He could be very productive. He could.
Yeah. But that's it really from this game. The Dolphins win. The Jets lose. Somebody had to win. Somebody had to lose. Neither team is good. The Jets are worse.
Moving on.
I got nothing.
Saints 24, Bucks 20. The Panthers are winning the NFC South, Scott.
Didn't I say that like 2 weeks ago?
Yes, you did.
Somebody argued with this last week.
Or no, I think I took the other side of it.
Yeah, Matt and I said this last week. I think you took the other side.
I was offended when you guys said it, too. I couldn't believe you said it.
And Cleveland wouldn't go against Baker.
Yeah. That aged well. So
we got time.
I mean, Baker is clearly playing through an injury. Like, he's clearly not right. He's gutting out something. Yeah. It looks something like in his throwing shoulder, too. Like, he's definitely, like, toughing out something here. But, yeah, the Panthers didn't play this week and might have had the best week in the league.
Yeah, they you know, it's amazing. I don't know what to make of that whole division. We got to talk about Tyler Shuck though.
I don't know who Tyler Shuck is. I saw Lamar Shuck out there though.
Oh yeah.
I saw Randall Shuck.
In his 2-touch Randall Shuck. Tyler Vick. No.
I saw Fran Shuck.
Yeah, Tarkenton. Yeah, here we go.
I saw Otto Shuck. I don't know who Tyler Shuck is though. Ran for 2 touchdowns. So one of them was like a legit run for a touchdown.
He's been good.
The Browns and the Saints are both going to bring in some sort of quarterback in the offseason. Shuck and Shador both, though, could earn the right to get a full offseason as the presumed starter, though, depending on how they want to do it here. I think Shuck has shown enough to get that opportunity. And since Tyler Shuck is 37 years old, they kind of got to speed this process up. They
need to shit or get off the pot with him for sure.
Yeah. Scott, what did you think of Devin Neal in this game, the running back for the Saints?
He looked pretty good.
I thought so, too. I thought he looked damn good. And he went like the 5th round after 17 other running backs went off the board, including some real busts this year. And I'm looking kind of sideways at some of these GMs because I thought Neal was a decent prospect.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was among a group of, a bunch of similar-ish guys, but sometimes running backs work for certain running systems they get into. I think I thought he looked good in a variety of ways in that matchup, in that game.
Yeah. If Javonte Williams had remained Denver Javonte Williams in Dallas, this game for Devin Neal might have gotten Jerry Jones fired. I know he can't be fired because he's the owner, but something might have happened because taking Jaden Blue over Devin Neal at the time was a bad decision.
Come on, Jaden Blue's fast. They love their speed. They got to have the fast guys.
The Rams taking Jarquez Hunter ahead of Devin Neal.
Yep. There's a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. And if we go back to our draft recap show, we talked about Neal and DJ Giddens at the time, this being a mistake, and I thought he just really looked like that there. Only good news for the Bucks who play on Thursday, and again, we'll lose to Atlanta. Clev, Mike Evans is very likely to play on Thursday.
I think Jalen McMillan is too.
That's a real guy?
Yeah.
Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. No, McMillan had a decent rookie year last year. So, yeah, they do get some help back at receiver. Yeah. But if they lose to Atlanta and the Panthers win against New Orleans, Panthers get New Orleans, the Panthers might have a lead that the Bucks just can't overcome, which is standard wins and losses over the rest of the season.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, not to me and Matt.
Clearly.
Broncos 24, Raiders 17. Ashton Jeanty is in absolute hell right now.
Yeah.
Free my man Ashton. Just
Gino took the money, bro. Like, wow.
So did Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Gino was so bad he got benched for Kenny Pickett.
I think Gino's out this week too, so Kenny Pickett's going to start again this week. Not again. He's going to start this week.
Like
in prime time, right? Is it Raiders Sunday night or Cowboys Sunday night?
Yeah.
Prime time Kenny Pickett, Cleve.
Wow. The Gino versus y'all is so far in the rear view now, bro. I don't how. That ain't the same guy.
We wrote him off again. We have written him off again. And this time he's going to write back.
Yeah, don't write back.
Full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, Gino, I'll send you my address. You can go ahead and write me back. Full calligraphy.
It ain't the same guy.
No typing. Yeah, Ashton Jeanty, I've not seen this since maybe like second year Barry Sanders, where it's like, this dude is obviously awesome and is constantly getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. But you get to something like he moves the ball, and you're like, this dude has it. Like, this dude, like he's Gibbs, he's Bijan, he's CMC, like he's got it. It's there.
As you say, Dave, he guy has some wiggle. He just ain't getting the wiggle.
I mean, he has everything you need to be a top flight NFL running back. And I believe he has more yards after contact than he has yards on the season.
He does.
Because he's getting contacted behind the line of scrimmage so often.
Yep. It's incredible.
Cleve, is that mathing for you? Or are you frozen?
No, we all froze for like a millisecond.
Okay.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Did you hear that stat? No, you heard it? Okay.
No, I heard you said that he has more contact after contact than he has yards. So what was it?
So that means that he's being hit behind the line of scrimmage so often that his yards after contact is starting to count from negative.
Wow.
So he might have like 800 yards rushing on the season, but his yards after contact might be 900 yards.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Didn't Barry have a year like that?
Yes.
Yeah, where he had like his negative yards was more than some teams' running backs had as a committee.
Barry had a year. I think it was 19. It wasn't 93. That's the year he got hurt. It wasn't 95 because that was the Great Lakes offense year. It might have been 94 where I think Barry won the rushing title. And if you took away his negative runs, he still won the rushing title.
Jesus, that's fucking awesome. Wow.
The Broncos are 11-2. They're going to win that division. The Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs. And I would just like to say right here for everybody that I was right. And that's why you should listen to me. 22% of the time, you should listen to me.
It's figuring out which 22%.
That's on y'all, okay? No, this is actually one of my proudest takes ever because it felt like even when I said it, because Scott, you weren't here that week. It was the AFC West preview. It was me, Clev, and Ben, and I said it. The Denver Broncos are going to win this division. I went through why the entire thing, and like chat wasn't with me. The Charger fans, Liam and Jake, were yelling at me because they wanted the Chargers. Ben all but called me a moron. I mean, Cleve was like, "I'm taking Mahomes," and I was like, damn it, I like this take. So I am actually pretty proud of this one. I'm pretty proud that this one is coming to.
And didn't we both pick Peyton to win Coach of the Year?
We did. Yeah, that was the next week on the prediction show. You came in and said that you thought he would have Coach of the Year, which would also imply they win the division. So
yeah. I mean, I know that their defense is just awesome. And I know what they're on offense. They feel like they're, in some ways, it feels like they're rolling. I don't know if it's smoke and mirrors a little bit, but
they seem to have a cohesion that is beyond what the player's ability should give them.
Yeah.
Some greater than the parts, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the offensive line is really good, but everybody else is kind of average, but it just works. They all know what they're doing. They're all kind of bought in. Yeah. The coaching is good. They're being coached into their proper roles and whatever. Yeah, they're good. Like, they're legitimately a good team. And the Denver Broncos, like, Bo Nix could win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. It's nuts.
It's gonna be somebody weird.
Yeah.
But there's no, unless it's Stafford again, maybe. It's gonna be Sam Darnold or Bo Nix, or I guess Allen wouldn't be weird, but like he'd finally get there, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the Eagles get hot again for no reason, and Jalen Hurts wins it again. Like, there's gonna be some sort of strange Jordan Love. The Super Bowl champion quarterback this year is gonna be a story in and of itself.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Rams 45, Cardinals 17. Don't need to spend a lot of time on this one. Matt Stafford is the betting favorite for the MVP right now, although I still think it should be Josh Allen because Matt Stafford gets a third of Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, and Josh Allen gets a third of me and Scott.
Yeah, but he's got like what? He's got like
4 of us.
He's got like 3 interceptions, bro. Like, that is something to marvel at.
Yeah.
This guy's tearing it up, bro.
Yeah. Matt Stafford was the #1 overall quarterback prospect in the high school class of 2006. He is 7 years younger than Phillip Rivers.
You thought that old man Rivers is on your mind, huh? Man.
Yeah. So the Rams, the offense, juggernaut, defense, good pass rush. They're very good. The Cardinals, only thing to say about them is that Michael Wilson is garbage time Jerry Rice. I mean, you get this dude in garbage time, and he is an unstoppable monster. He's like if Julio Jones and Calvin Johnson had a baby as soon as they're down 21.
Yeah.
Michael Wilson in this game had 11 catches for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. He scored 17 points.
Yep. And Jacoby Brissett is just staring at him.
And lost by 28. Michael Wilson is definitely the guy in the meme who's like spraying the champagne and kissing the girl, but he's standing on the third place podium, and first and second are just looking at him like, what are you doing? Like,
it's my Super Bowl.
Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready to go. Bears 21, Packers 28. Super important game for 3 teams: Bears, Packers, and Lions. The Packers must sweep the Bears for the Lions to be able to make the playoffs, and this is the first step in that, so that's important. Packers need to sweep the Bears to win the division. The Bears need to win to protect themselves. Very good game, kind of a weird game. Watching the game, I really liked what Caleb Williams was doing, how he was playing. I thought he looked good, was making good decisions. 19 of 35 for 186 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick was not the stat line I expected to see after watching how he was playing, Scott.
Yeah, that's been the whole season with him. There are moments where it's just like, that is such a dude play. I probably should stop saying that because it's such a stupid way of describing something. But he does things where you go, that's high level stuff. Like the rolling out and the athleticism and all that stuff is just such high level. He's able to make throws. It doesn't make any sense how he's able to generate as much torque or spin on the ball as he does. It's remarkable to watch. So all that stuff is sort of like it's fancy stuff to watch. And then you look at the stats and you're like, huh, he hasn't thrown a touchdown in a month kind of thing. I mean, I know he has, but like he's not crazy productive from a stat outlook. And then stuff like that final play happens and you go, well, yeah.
Okay, Cleve, I'm going to say something that is going to maybe break your brain, maybe enrage you. Please don't drive over here and beat me up, okay?
Who we got?
I am not predicting that this is going to happen, but I'm going to make a statement that is true. Being the best quarterback in the NFL is in the range of outcomes for Caleb Williams.
You want rage first, or you want the other thing?
I'm not predicting that's going to happen, but it is definitely in the range of outcomes in a way that it isn't for, say, J.J. McCarthy, right? Like or Trevor Lawrence. Like Caleb Williams in a couple years could be the best quarterback in the game.
In a couple of years. I mean, that's also I can say that about Shador.
Well, you can't. Not reasonably. But we've seen enough from Caleb Williams this year, along with his pedigree, that it is in the range of outcomes. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm not saying that like more than 50% of the time this happens, right? Mm-hmm. But Mahomes is 30, Allen is 29, Lamar is 28, Burrow is growing more and more disinterested by the year. Jalen Hurts is regressing. Like, it's very possible that in 4 years from now, when they're all in their mid-30s and Dak is gone, like, Caleb might be the most athletic, best quarterback in the league. It is definitely a thing that is possible.
Yeah.
I mean, but until Mahomes retires, Mahomes has that. And if Mahomes retires now, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league now. Josh Allen is.
How many chips does Josh Allen have?
I don't know about that, dog.
Yeah. How many chips does he fucking have, bro?
Well, I don't know, but are you going to argue that Trent Dilfer's better than Randall Cunningham?
No. That's a ridiculous argument.
Yeah, but a chip is good currency.
It is. However, Josh Allen has not had a better career than Patrick Mahomes. Barry Sanders didn't have a better career than Emmitt Smith. Barry's a better running back than Emmitt Smith. Right now, Josh Allen is a better playing quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen has passed him. Mahomes could pass him again. Like, Mahomes could re-catch him. Lamar could pass both of them. Right now, Josh Allen is the best quarterback of football.
Josh Allen having the last couple of years without a supporting cast, you can make that argument. But Diggs was a couple of rosters ago, it was a different team. So I can get behind what you're saying about that. But again, Mahomes is playing with nobody technically. And a couple of Super Bowls, he drug a couple of guys in there that has rings that can actually say that they won a Super Bowl team, right? Yeah. Tony, is he still in the league?
No, he's a rapper. He's not half bad, actually. It's kind of.
That was a real comment.
Yes, wow. He's a rapper.
Okay.
He's not great, but he's a better rapper than NFL wide receiver. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Okay, it's like this. the MVP this year is right now looking like it's going to be Matt Stafford.
Yes, and it should be.
Yes, but Matt Stafford is not a better quarterback than Josh Allen, right? Matt Stafford has one Super Bowl. Mahomes has like 27, but Matt Stafford is playing quarterback better right now than Patrick Mahomes. That's all I'm saying. Mahomes, a year from now, could easily be the best quarterback in the league
The
again.
only
Like, it's not like he's aging out. It could be there, but they're all
that
very
argument
close. But right
that
now, Josh
argument
Allen is the best at playing quarterback.
yeah, that argument would sound would I'm sorry, the analogy would be better to say that Aaron Rodgers in his prime was better than Tom Brady, right? Take away the chips, whatever. Like he was a better
Yes,
athlete,
yes,
throw the
yes,
football. So
yes.
like so if you're likening it to that analogy, I could get what you're saying. Because
Yeah,
that's what I see when you say that.
yeah, I'm not saying that Josh Allen is going to have a greater legacy when it's all said and done than Patrick Mahomes. Probably not. Mahomes probably has at least one more Super Bowl in him, given how good that he is. However, even though I think Eli Manning is younger than Philip Rivers,
Jesus Christ.
Eli Manning has 2 titles. Rivers has none. Rivers is better than Eli Manning. Always was.
Absolutely,
Still
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So the championship thing is important. It definitely matters a lot. But we're talking about just right now in the moment. Because I'll tell you, going to the Super Bowl this year is Patrick Mahomes.
The
Because his
thing
ass ain't
about
making the playoffs.
the thing
So
about the thing about Josh Allen, and I'm gonna have to bucket Lamar in this as well. They're gonna be like the Dan Marinos of this thing when it's all over. They're not gonna get there. Like I don't see them. Their window has to be like within the next couple of years because you said Lamar's 28, right? We've seen quarterbacks play till they're 40, so
yeah.
I get it. I get it, right? And
Yeah,
Lamar
they're
special,
28, 29, and 30. They're all a
yeah,
year apart from each other.
yeah. So, but as you guys both alluded to, we can see a Bo Nix win it this year. We can see Matthew Stafford go back and get another one, which if he gets another one, hands down to me, Hall of Fame. Like
Already.
Yeah.
He's
walking.
already in. He's already in.
Yeah.
So
He's got a title. When you look at his numbers, like all his numbers now are around Hall of Fame people. Plus,
Yeah.
he's got
yeah,
a title. He's in.
yeah,
Not first ballot, but he's in.
yeah.
But this year we could see Drake May win one in his second year, which would
That
be
would be
extremely annoying.
crazy.
Goddamn
Yeah,
Patriots. But he
yeah.
could. And then it's like, oh, is this the start of the next guy or whatever? But right now, the best quarterback in football is Josh Allen. Right now.
I mean, I'm not. I don't. I love it. Don't. I like it. Don't love it. But I mean, you can
And
make an argument for it. I get it.
And that statement could be said about Caleb Williams in the future in a way that it won't be said about Jared Goff or Dak Prescott or any other really good, or Jordan Love or any other really good
Okay.
quarterback. But Caleb Williams has it within his
Yes.
range of outcomes to be in this conversation a couple of years from now, right?
Okay.
Which we did not
Fair
think
enough.
that at the end of last season. It's very
Fair
clear
enough.
that the Ben Johnson and all that has really raised him to a new level here.
Yeah.
Just real quick on the Packers, Christian Watson is their clear the wide receiver one now that he's healthy, back from injuries. I hope he stays healthy because I weirdly need the Packers to do well for the rest of the season until they make the playoffs and hopefully get the Lions in there too. But Scott, I think Christian Watson is very exciting. He actually is a legit wide receiver one for them.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they've missed that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody else that they have is just small and sort of gadgety, kind of. You know, they've missed the size and the speed and all that stuff, the ability to run away from people. Yeah, they're a different team with him playing well.
Texans 20, Chiefs 10. The Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. It's
No,
mathematically impossible now.
Not quite, but it will be soon enough.
the
They
Chiefs
could win out
defense
and
or
still miss, but
the Texans
It's gonna
defense, man.
it's gonna be so weird them not being in post play. That's wow.
it would
That's
be
gonna
if the
be weird.
Patriots weren't going to be there.
Well, yeah. That's a good point.
We just swapped the first order for the Empire again. Like,
True that. True that.
can we get one postseason without both of these assholes?
Then you get like a weird Super Bowl. Like you get Some weird teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cleve, we are
Nobody's
fans of
gonna
the
know what to
Lions
do.
and the Jets. That's what we need.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not against it. Against what you said.
Um, the Texans and the Jaguars are probably both going to make it now, but who's going to win that division? Who's going to have a home game matters a lot because I think Houston could be very difficult to beat in Houston with
Yeah.
as good as their defense is.
Yep.
Any wild card team having to go to Houston is going to have a tough time. And if it's Buffalo, that could matter a lot for the playoffs because I think when the AFC playoffs start, Josh Allen is going to be by far the best quarterback in there because Lamar might not make it, Mahomes might not make it, Burrow isn't going to make it. So it
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
be Josh Allen and then a bunch of newbies. And if he's got to go to Houston in that first week, we could see him bounced out right away. And that's how we get our Bo Nix versus Justin Herbert for the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
Last game here, Eagles 19, Chargers 22. If the divisions were more evenly balanced, the Eagles could be in danger now too. But they're only in danger, Scott, if they completely collapse and lose the division to the Cowboys. What do you think the odds are of that happening?
Probably pretty slim. They get Washington twice. So, they're a game and a half up on Dallas. You get Washington twice. I don't know who else you play, but that feels like that should be 2 wins. So, what are they? I think they're 8-5.
Mhm.
2 Washington wins put you at 10-5. Let's say you go 11-6. You're good. 10-7, you'd be fine. You're going to win the division.
Yeah, because at 11-6, you still beat the Cowboys because the best they can do is 10-6-1, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So you'd still pip them. So yeah, I think it would require like the full on collapse. However, here's my prediction, Cleve. Nick Sirianni is going to win the NFC East this year and get fired.
That the reason that's totally true is because of what we see happen to Nate. Is it Nate Peterman? Who's the
Peterson,
court?
Doug Peterson, yeah.
I'm saying yeah. I said Nate. I'm thinking about somebody else.
They got 8 interceptions.
Yeah. But yeah, Philly's one of those places where it doesn't matter what you do. But I think he's wearing out his welcome. And that's going to be tough because I've never seen a double turnover. A guy fumble interception then fumble, right?
It's the first time somebody has committed 2 turnovers on the same play in NFL history.
So
Yeah.
it's an interception, fumble, right?
Yes, but he threw the
Jeez.
interception and then he fumbled it back after he recovered the intercepted player's fumble. So he
Yes.
committed 2 turnovers on the same play, which was
Yeah.
brutal on the showdown slate, by the way, if you had him in captain. Where you get 1.5 points for each thing, so negative it's 1.5. And I was like, why is my Jalen Hurts team all of a sudden in dead last? Oh, because he threw a pick and fumbled the ball in the same play, got negative 8 points. Way to go,
Wow.
Jalen. So here's what I want for the narrative, the content, and the storylines. I want Sirianni fired. Tomlin leaves Pittsburgh, takes the Eagles job. Harbaugh fired. He leaves Baltimore, takes the Pittsburgh job. Could you imagine Tomlin staying in Pennsylvania and then Harbaugh going directly to the division rival? How insane that would be.
That would
And
be
then Minter goes to Baltimore.
crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that would actually be awesome.
Yeah, that would be.
That would actually be awesome.
I think there'd be a 3-week stretch where we talk about nothing but the Steelers and the Eagles on the show. if that actually happened.
That'd have to be studied.
Yeah.
That'd have to be studied somewhere.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Okay, so that's all the games for this week. We'll be back next week to discuss all the upcoming action from this week. Again, another decisive week in the league. If your team needs to win, they had better win because even if it's been in the playoffs to 7, there's going to be 1.5 good teams that do not make it. So if your team's out there, they need to compete. They better win. Cleve, final words.
It's been an interesting season, but for me, the season starts now. Now we're going to see what teams are really made of, who really wants it. And like you guys said, man, I know, Dave, you said it in our text, our offline text. Like, there's not going to be no Mahomes, no Lamar, and we're going to see a new champion. So
Yep. Now, Cleve, I don't know how to tell you this, but your season started about 8 weeks ago, and that's draft season.
brutal,
Wow.
brutal shit.
Wow.
Scott, final words.
No, we're good. That's enough.
All right. Thank you, everybody watching live. Be sure to like, the subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Ben, Liam in the chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We will see everybody next week. Peace.
Peace. Oh man.